Suicide Notes, Day 36. My mother started right off with the hugging. Now that's what she started doing. She can't stop. We were so sorry to hear that your friend is gone, she said, patting me on the back. At first, I thought she meant Rankin, who got sent home because of what happened. I guess Cat Poop decided I was the one telling the truth, because I'm still here. Or maybe they flipped a coin and I won, or lost. Anyway, he's gone. I don't miss him. When I thought my mother was talking about him, I felt my heart stop for a second. I really didn't want to talk about him. Us. Whatever. Anyway, then I realized that she meant Sadie, and my heart started beating again. But then I went from being scared to being angry. I wanted to say she's not just gone, she's dead. But I knew she was trying to make me feel better, so I just didn't say anything. I wasn't exactly looking forward to the weekly family frolic, what with everything that's been going on. Thankfully, my parents brought Amanda with them. I was really glad to see her. She was kind of a guarantee that I wouldn't just lose it. But even she was a little less Amanda-ish than usual. I think she thought she should be because of Sadie and everything. Cat Poop started out by reminding us all that I only have 9 more days here, as if I didn't know that. 5 weeks ago, 9 days in this place might as well have been 1,000 years to me. Now it seems like nothing. The house has really changed since you've been gone, my father said. I can't wait for you to see it. He had his hands in his lap, and he kept twirling his thumbs, which is what he does when he doesn't want to be doing whatever it is he's doing. I'm sure he wanted out of here as much as I did, and I kind of felt sorry for him. I guess it must be hard knowing your kid tried to kill himself. Right, said my mother. She was being super chirpy, the way she is when she wants to pretend everything's fine. We put new carpeting in your bedroom. It's a beautiful color. What color would you say it is, Amanda? Amanda looked at her. Beige, she said. It's beige. Oh, I think it's more sand, my mother said. Isn't that what the salesman said it was called? Desert sand? Anyway, it looks wonderful with the paint. Amanda, what would you call that shade of blue? Blue, said Amanda, looking at me and rolling her eyes. I'd call it blue. I knew this was my mother's way of letting me know I won't have to look at my bloodstains when I go back. It doesn't really matter if the stains are there or not, though. I'm still going to remember, but it's nice of her to think of it. Then Cat Poop said he'd discussed with my parents the idea of me going to a different school so that I could have a fresh start. He wanted to know how I felt about that. I said it was a lot to think about and that I'd get back to them on it. I kind of liked the idea of going somewhere new. It would give me a chance to start over, to be anybody I want. But that's the thing. I don't want to be anybody. I want to be me. I don't know if that would be any easier at a new school or not. I mean, yeah, I'm a little scared about the stories I'm sure are going around. Probably by now someone has a website about me. www.jefftriedtokillhimself.com with pictures and a blog. And part of me would be totally relieved not to have to walk into my old school and see everyone looking at my wrists. Seriously, how long can you get away with never wearing t-shirts? But would it really be any better at a new place? Maybe at first, but sooner or later someone would find out what happened to me. That's just how it is. Some kid will know someone who knows someone from my old school, and pretty soon the stories will start flying around. Then I'll walk into school one day and hear all them whispering as I walk through the halls. That's what happened when Ginny Mangerman went away for a few months. Her sister told everyone Ginny was doing a semester as an exchange student in Australia, but it turned out she was pregnant and went somewhere to have the baby and give it up for adoption. By the time she came back, everyone knew what had happened. Someone thought it would be funny to cut out pictures of babies from magazines and paste them all over her locker. Ginny ended up dropping out, and now she works at a supermarket as a checkout girl. I try to be really nice to her when I get in her line, but she pretends she doesn't recognize anyone from school. It's probably better to just go back to my old school and deal with it. Amanda still goes there, and I don't want her to be the one who gets teased because I can't face anyone. I know she could handle it, but she shouldn't have to. Maybe we can both go somewhere new, or maybe I can convince my parents to move to France. No one in France cares if you tried to kill yourself. In fact, I think they like you better because you're all tragic. This is all the stuff I was thinking while my mother was talking about how great it will be to have me back. Then I guess even Cat Poop got tired of hearing her talk, because all of a sudden he asked Amanda, "How do you feel about your brother coming home?" I was actually curious to hear what she had to say, and not just because it meant my mother would have to shut up for a minute. I can't wait, Amanda said. I'm tired of having to do the dishes by myself. I laughed inside. I knew she said that to be a smartass. She can be worse than I am when she tries. But she was totally giving everyone this serious face, so they didn't know whether to believe her or not. Do you have anything you'd like to ask Jeff? Cat Poop asked her again, trying. Again. Since he's dealt with me for so long now, he probably knows Amanda operates the same way I do. I waited for him to start doing the staring thing with her. But Amanda didn't look at him. She looked at me. I could tell she was trying not to laugh, so I did my best to look really serious too. She waited a minute, just kind of biting her lip, like she was thinking about something deep. Then she said, "If you do it again, can I have your room?" "Amanda," my mother said, shocked. My father stopped twirling his thumbs and looked like he wanted to die. Cat Poop got his pencil ready. "What?" Amanda said, acting all innocent. "I don't think Jeff appreciated that," said my father. Oops. But I did. See, that was the kind of an in-joke with us. When we first moved into our house, Amanda and I both wanted the bigger bedroom. She said that she should have it because she's a girl and it has its own bathroom. I said I should have it because I'm older. I ended up locking myself in the room and stayed there practically a whole day until my parents said I could have it. I was all ready to rub it in, but then I found out Amanda had set me up. She knew I would fight her for the room, and she only pretended to be upset about not getting it because what she really wanted was a new bike and horseback riding lessons, both of which my parents gave her when she boo-hooed about her whole life being totally unfair. She's good. I played along. "It's okay," I said in this calm voice. They all looked at me. I think they expected me to give some big speech about how I have no intention of ever trying it again. Instead, I said, like it was really hard for me to get the words out, "You could totally have my room if I ever kill myself again." "Jeff," my mother and father said at the same time. Then my mother looked at Cat Poop. "You see what we live with?" she said. "The two of them." "I think Amanda and Jeff understand each other quite well," said the doc before she could finish. When I looked at him, he pushed his glasses up. I thought he might be smiling a little, but he wiped his mouth with his hand, and when he brought it away, he looked like his old shrinky self. "Well, I wish we understood them," my mother said. Amanda looked at me again. And that's when I realized that what she thought of me was more important than what anyone else thought. Isn't that weird? And I can't tell you why that is. Maybe because I don't want her to be afraid of me. I think I could handle it if the kids at school were afraid of me, even my parents, but Amanda's different. I want her to know she can trust me. One day she might really need me for something, and I don't want her to be afraid to ask. The rest of the session was boring. Cat Poop talked a lot about transitioning from the therapeutic environment to the home environment and crap like that. Mostly I made faces at Amanda when no one was looking and tried to get her to crack up. She did once, but then she started coughing to cover it up. When it was all over, there was more hugging. When it came time for me and Amanda to hug, I held her really tight and whispered in her ear, "Next time I'm going to do it in your carpet." She had to pretend to cough again so my parents wouldn't hear us laughing, but I think she knew I was really telling her that she didn't have to worry. As they all left, I heard my mother say to her, "I think we should take you to Dr. Leach tomorrow. It sounds like you're coming down with something." Amanda turned and glared at me, and I just waved at her. "Would you mind staying a little longer today?" Cat Poop asked as I was getting ready to go back to my room. I thought we might talk some more. I knew that he knew that there was more to my story than what I had already told him, and suddenly I was really, really tired. Not of talking to him, but of not talking to him. I was tired of all the games I've been playing and of holding back. Maybe realizing how much I wanted Amanda to believe that I was okay is what did it. Maybe it was Sadie being dead or Rankin being gone. I don't really know, but I knew I was ready to talk. I sat down. "Okay," I said, "where should I start?" "Where every good story starts," said Cat Poop, "at the beginning."